Question for you, babe. If it ain't love, why does it feel so good? Why does it feel so good?
Hey everyone, welcome back to another Clash Royale episode. So, I'm really happy that you all could make it again today. So, I have like 5 matches this time today for you all. And yeah, 2 out of the 5 matches here were kinda laggy. Yeah, I considered deleting them and just forgetting about them, to be honest, but I just looked over the matches and I was like, I really can't delete these. I'm sorry if the lag bothers you all, it bothers me too, but I can't do anything about it right now. The replays were long gone. I just tried to record these things really quick because I was studying for some exams at the time and I didn't really get to pay attention to the details to see if it lagged much while recording. So please guys, just forgive me for that. In future I'll try harder to just make sure the videos don't have any lag like this one. So, we're setting up here with the ice column and my opponent here, his wizard just splashes everything here and kills both my archer and my ice column. Unfortunately, my ice wizard also gets wrecked, so not much I can do. So, what I plan to do is just send the bowler down to try and cancel out all these spear goblins here. So my opponent just drops a Mega Minion to cycle there. Mega Minion taking out my bowler, so I dropped the thankfully he thrown a bowler and I had just thought about well what he could have done to bowler, so I dropped the ice column in front just to save. And the bowler's like 1 or 2 shots off at the tower there. The bandit I sent in just wrecks that goblin hut and even gets a charge shot on the tower. However, my opponent reacts with the Mega Minion here, so even though I dropped the princess to try to snipe his tower a little bit extra, she gets shut down. So that was kind of a waste, unfortunately. By the way guys, if you're trying to contact me, don't use the Skype contact in the overlay. Use the Discord if anything. Recently I tried logging back into the Skype account to see if anyone sent any requests, but unfortunately Microsoft is just, I don't know, they're just giving so much trouble. They won't let me sign in, they're saying something's wrong and they won't really tell me what's wrong. And I'm just locked out of the account, so please forgive me guys. I'll try to make up for it by signing up for a new Facebook account and just putting that in place of the Skype contact here, so you can battle me and spectate me if you want, but I won't always accept battle requests because I'm busy, so if I decline your battle, just stand by. I'll probably send like a little message through another battle invitation. So yeah, don't click battle just yet if I send you a battle request. Just look at what I have to say. Also, my opponent here, he misses the other princess here, so the log wasn't too great, but the wizard survives and finishes her off. And again, what are these goblin hut placements? He's just giving me the chance to use my giant skeleton freely here. I mean, he tried to kite it with the giant, but it didn't really work out so great because I still have the bowler and stuff being pushed back onto my side. The Mega Minion is gonna go to waste, and I get to continue pushing. I know he's trying to chip me down, but there's not much good that's gonna come from his form of chip because he's just blocking up one tower without defending the other properly, so my bandit manages to sneak past all his defenses and get to the tower there and get her charge strike on the tower, etc. So she just demolishes the tower really quick. So we'll be right back in just a sec with the next match. Okay guys, so we're fighting Charlie Brown here and log or ice spirit. I'm thinking that the log might do me some good. And then I see princess or witch. I already took the log, so I think the witch is a better choice here because I could just log the princess and ice spirit away every time. And elite bobs or bomb tower, I was skeptical about it, but I was like, elite bobs might actually do me some good here. So we got the Mega Minion, minor, skeletons. If you actually look at my deck here, he gave me a minor rocket deck because he gave me the rocket spell instead of like the fireball, I guess, and the 3 musketeers. So it's not a bad deck overall. Oh, he also gave me the mirror, so I could just like mirror rockets and logs if I needed to. And right off the bat now, he's just gonna split those 3 musketeers in the back I tried to send a miner in to do something with the skeletons, but it didn't work. And my rocket accuracy isn't that great. I'm kind of horrible at timing rocket and just predicting where troops would move. So I missed that one musketeer. I also tried to split the elite bobs, but apparently the bandit messed up everything by hit charging. She caught the attention of both elite bobs and they all went to the same lane. Thankfully, the Mega Minion is just tanky enough to kill these two archers even while being frozen by the ice grid for so long. It was a good defense overall, and honestly, I think that could have gotten a lot worse if I just didn't split my troops etc. there. So yeah, we're basically resetting here and he's ready with the princess again. But this time I send in the miner and she turns around. So she doesn't even have the chance to get a shot on my tower. So he's probably pissed about that. And he splits 3 muskets right at the bridge there. Well, you know what I mean, in the middle of the arena. So I split my elite bobs and send the skeletons just to try to help out. But the bandit's DPS, it's kind of overwhelming a little bit for me. So yeah, he's just coming towards my tower with the bandit. Thankfully he didn't get more than 1 shot off. And I think, again, that was just great defense overall. I don't mind. I'm just gonna keep chipping away at his left tower with the miner, even though I know fully well he has the princess. So take note of this miner placement, guys. If you place the miner right there or on the opposite side of the tower there, like in the same tiles, you can just avoid being hit by the king if it's woken up. Also, the second crown tower will not do any damage towards it. So it's just a good place overall to place your miner if you know your opponent doesn't have tornado and you just want to avoid the miner being hit by any extra troops or the towers. So yeah, you can try that placement if you need to. And again, now I'm actually using a defensive miner. I haven't done that much in my life, but you gotta do what you gotta do at times. So my opponent finally uses the bomb tower and I waste this Mega Minion, honestly. And I try to log the princess here. Look at this, guys, look at this. The Mega Minion isn't such a great counter to the bandit, so if I didn't drop the miner there, she would have just went straight for the tower, and the Mega Minion would have to run up towards it. Well, fly. Yeah, she'd have to fly towards it. Or is it a he? What gender is the Mega Minion really? Does anyone know? If you do know, please let me know down in the comments. I'm really curious about that, because I can't really tell myself what it is. So my opponent is just chipping away with that fireball there and the princess. I send in a miner, and unfortunately if I had just placed it a little more to the right, I would have gotten the exact placement, but I rocket and just killed his princess and the tower. He's really mad. Charlie Brown, good grief. You couldn't do anything there. So we'll get right into the next match in just a sec, guys. Okay guys, so we're back again. And before we continue with this battle, I'd just like to thank you all again if you're still tuning in for these videos. It really means a lot that you all support me in all these endeavors. So without further ado, let's get right back into the match. So Tesla or Barbarians, I was kind of leaning towards the Tesla there just in case he had a building targeting troop. And I take the Goblin Barrel because it can be really annoying at times. Like, just by throwing it off, you can just mess up people so hard in the heat of battle. Like, if you were to just throw a Goblin Barrel a little off to the corner of the arena in, let's say, the last 10 seconds of a match, your opponent is more than likely gonna just keep zapping or arrowing at the same place that he or she was the whole match. So they're probably gonna miss it and you're just gonna get loads of damage done. So I apologize for that little lag there, but the recordings, they just lag, man. I really need a new phone, but I won't be able to get one really soon. So please forgive me with that. Also, if you didn't know, skeletons are actually an okay counter to Graveyard, but they just don't last long because it's only like 4 of them. And before the updates, there were just 3 of them, so it was really hard to counter it with that. But I'm gonna do a really old school push here and use the Baby Dragon and the Goblin Barrel at the same time to just try and punish him for those barbarians in the back. And as you see here, I really just went all out with the rage. I just wanted as much damage as possible, but yeah, look at this now. The balloon is coming. We got a loon incoming. So a balloon, it does like a ton of damage on the tower. Never leave a balloon on your tower, especially if you know they have balloon freeze. balloon freeze just wrecks. Some of the top people in the world actually use balloon freeze, and right here in the local ranks you can see someone is using that same combo to push trophies really high. So if you're watching this 7-7 or is it 7, correct me about the name if you can later, but if you're watching this, bro, I hope you're doing well and you can push to Master 2 sometime. He's actually up at Master 1 right now, or fluctuating around there, as well as a few other players in the country. So we got some good people here. So don't think we're all that bad one time. So, the match here is just really not going my way right now, and I'm trying my best to defend that mini P.E.K.K.A there. He just dropped it, honestly, and I wasn't expecting it to come in, so those skeletons were really clutch. If he had like Zap or a log or something, I'd be screwed. But I'm just trying to lightning down the tower and just get as much chip damage as I can. And now he drops the balloon again. And he's really smart here. He drops the barbarians on top of the Tesla just to get rid of it faster, so the balloon would just go straight to the tower. I give him lots of credit for that. That was really well played. So if you know you're running a balloon or like a hog rider, a giant or something, throw down something in the middle of the arena if you can to distract the building and just get it. So, which is actually a great counter to Graveyard as well, because she splashes and she has those skeletons. So if you're running Witch, consider using her against Graveyard. Now look at this. He drops the balloon and we have to cycle so fast just to block that shot there. The balloon doesn't get the shot on the tower, but its death damage still takes a toll, so it finishes the Witch. And yeah, my tower is just getting splashed by it all the time. And now we're going into overtime. I apologize for the lag, guys. I am really sorry about it again. I'm trying my best to record these when I have the time, and not all the time they come out so well. And my phone is just laggy right now. So if I was to have a new phone just sitting there, I'd definitely use it, or like a tablet or something. But as the match heats up again, we got more Teslas stockpiling up here. I'm just really waiting for the balloon and trying to cycle as quickly as I can to my cards to counter it. And he's just trying to chip me down with the fireball. So as he uses fireball now, it's a good time to use the barrel. I tried to send it off to the side a little bit. It does something. And now we have two baby dragons down, and they just melt his tower. They melt his tower with the rage, and apparently my baby dragon has a little bit of autism because it was spasming or something. If you rewind it a little bit, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so when you got choices like these, you really gotta think about the cheaper cards. So I think Log might be better here. Now, Lightning is really great at shutting down pushes, and it's good at shutting down Inferno Dragons as well, but in these challenges, certain things might actually work out that don't normally work out in ladder play, because you don't always have the cards that you're gonna want to use. So Inferno Dragon is actually a good choice. Yeah, it'll actually survive the lightning, and since I took the Inferno Dragon, I was like, why not? I could just give him the Lava Hound and just make some good trades from it. So I really can't read his name at all, but whoever he is, he has some interesting cards. He's got the Bandit, the Ice Wizard, the regular Wizard, X-Bow, and Lightning, and a few other cards. But as soon as he drops that Hound there, I just have to send in my Dark Prince. Now this X-Bow placement he has here, it's pretty good, I guess. It's just gonna defend all the Spear Goblins and take out my Goblin Hut, so he was really thinking through his plays there. So that's how you have to play an X-Bow, guys. Again, if you didn't watch one of my previous videos where I featured X-Bow a lot, you should. X-Bow is great on defense, and frankly speaking, it's annoying as hell. So you gotta try it sometime. X-Bow might annoy the hell out of you and your opponent, but it works. So consider leveling it up today. So as the X-Bow goes down, I just set back up with another Goblin Hut because I know his deck is expensive. So I can just keep bringing it back in for just the cheese damage, I guess. It's the cheese, the chip, whatever you want to call it, really. So I send my Dark Prince here just to try and charge up, and he drops the Hound just to try to block the Spear Goblins. But now I get to reveal I have the Inferno Dragon, which must have really surprised him, because he already committed to the Bandit there with the Dark Prince coming on his side, and I just sent in my archers just to help clean up everything quickly. So the Bandit just wrecks my Goblin Hut, but we got this little push going here with the Inferno Dragon and the archers, so he has to do something about it, right? So he drops his musketeer, and that's just gonna be one less card I really need to worry about because I could just use the bowler. The bowler is also an annoying card to deal with. Some of my friends use it, they use it pretty well. Bowler is great on defense. It actually kills elite mobs because they just struggle to make it towards it half the time. So if he's gonna lightning, I'm fine with that. Because now I just get to set up the Goblin Hut again. So, my Dark Prince is just starting up in the back here, and I'm just really thinking how I can just screw over this guy. So, I have my Inferno Dragon ready, and I send it on the Expo, so it just burns it down really quickly, and my push just continues on its way to his tower. But he couldn't stop this because the Inferno Dragon actually went off to the left instead. So, it burns down the tower to nothing, and he couldn't really react with the lightning because he was really just thinking, should I really do this or not? So obviously he's confused, and there's nothing he can really do to get back in the game here. So unless he had something like Elite Bobs and Mirror and Clone or something, and Sentinel and Mudjack as well, he has no chance in hell to just take both my towers magically here before the match ends. So that's just gonna be a good game and well played. So we'll get right into the next match in just a sec. Okay, so we're fighting Meter YouTube, so yeah, we're actually fighting another YouTuber here, guys. Now, in the past, I fought quite a few YouTubers, not really popular YouTubers like, let's say, Nick at Night, Orange Juice Gaming, Molt, you name it, but I fought some slightly less popular people, at least, so I didn't really get to cover them all. In fact, this is actually going to be the first YouTuber I show that I fought, but there will be more in future, because I've been running into them on occasion, especially as I climb the ladder. You'll just tend to find them more up here. So, yeah. He's got a really cheap cycle deck here, honestly. He's got the Princess, Bandit, Skeletons, Fire Spirits, lots of chief cards, so he could just keep cycling. And would you look at this, he even has the Ice Golem, which is just gonna make things so much easier for him to just use. So I send in the Ice Spirit there just to help the Musketeer out a little bit. He tries to kite both the Baby Dragon and distract the Musketeer, but it didn't really work out in his favor. Now, I just send in the Giant Skeleton because I didn't really have anything I could defend with. I mean, I could have placed the Golem, but why would I? I mean, it's not even double elixir yet. So, I send in the Giant Skeleton here, and my opponent, he's actually thinking his place through, and the Wizard was just splashing my Musketeer. If only the Musketeer got to live. Should have done so much work and helped out. And my opponent's just gonna keep chipping away at my tower with this Hog Rider. So after this, I'm like, I can't do this. At least not the way he's playing. He's just playing really cheaply here. I mean, it's the way he should play, but how can I say this? I was just like, you know what, let's just let that tower fall, really, because if I'm going to keep addressing his pushes, I'm not gonna make it out of this match. So I let him have that tower. You take that tower, dude. You just have fun with that. And I just drop a Golem. So we're really low on elixir here, but I don't let my opponent just take advantage of that straight out. I have a plan in mind. I'm gonna go Golem, Musketeer, then Giant Skeleton, and see what the hell he can do, because he just used a skeleton, so he can't really kite much. I mean, he could just cycle back to his Ice Golem and stuff, but he still has the Musketeer to worry about, and a Giant Skeleton again. As I said, it's coming in. He lightnings it, which really surprises me, and then he drops the Wizard really close. So he's pretty desperate at this point, so I take advantage of that. The Giant Skeleton walks up to the tower. He breaks it up with the help of the Baby Dragon. I waste some arrows there because the Baby Dragon could have helped out, but I was just doing what I could do as quickly as possible. So he drops a Bandit there. I was trying to drop the Musketeer to kill it, but that didn't really work out. So we're going Giant Skeleton again, down the right. And my opponent is just having his Bandit with these Fire Spirits. So I have to try to stop that a little bit. And he's just stockpiling up troops on the right here. So I try my best to get rid of them, cycling to the Musketeer to do something. And luckily, the Giant Skeleton was able to kill the Wizard there. Now, you would have seen that he missed the Musketeer with the lightning. I think something else was tanking for it. So here's a little tip if you're fighting someone using lightning. You're gonna want to place the troop that you want to keep alive after your tanks are placed. So like if you can get down a knight, that's pretty much it around your tower, along with like musketeers, you're good to go there. So you fireball, and that's just good game. I'm really not the kind of person who pushes with so much tanks at once, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right guys? If you made it to the end of this video, remember to leave a like and stay tuned for more Clash Royale content. It's been great having you over, guys, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Peace out.